Hey everyone, in this video we're going to touch on the announcements that came out with the provincial budget proposal, more specifically the new housing measures. Just a little refresher for those of you that don't know, if you are a first-time home buyer in British Columbia, you do not need to pay property transfer tax if the home value is under $500,000. Property transfer tax is 1% of the first $200,000 and then 2% on the remainder. So if you were to purchase a $500,000 home, you'd get hit with a tax of $2,000 on the first $200,000, $6,000 on the $300,000 for a total of $8,000 in taxes. First-time home buyers, owner-occupied purchase, $500,000 less, you do not need to pay it. What's happening now is they're going to keep the same grant of $8,000, but they're going to extend it to properties that are going to be valued up to $835,000. So that doesn't mean that you're not paying property transfer tax on the whole amount. It just means that if the property is $835,000 or less, you are still going to get a grant for that $8,000 of property transfer tax you would have paid on the first $500,000. You will still need to pay property transfer tax on the $335,000 or whatever the final purchase price is, from $500,000 up to the maximum. But it is a nice welcome because a lot of first-time home buyers out there are not finding themselves in properties less than $500,000, especially if they're buying it with somebody else and they need 2 bedrooms. So that's a nice little change that the provincial government has come out with. They're also going to be adjusting for newly built homes. That exemption is likely going to go up to a $1.1 million price point. So instead of the existing one now, you do still have to pay GST, but you can also get property transfer tax grant if it falls under the guidelines of this newly built homes property transfer tax grant. Then there's a whole bunch of new stuff on the purpose-built, the rental buildings. The other one to touch on is the BC flipping. So they're going to also be coming out with capital gains tax on owner-occupied homes if they are sold in a short window of time between you moving in and then selling and moving out. So right now that tax is going to be applied if you do purchase and then sell the same property within a 2-year window, regardless of whether or not it's a rental property or not. It will count if it's an owner-occupied. This isn't expected to start until 2025. So if you had any questions on this, please reach out. You can also find all of this on the BC provincial government's website under housing, as there's a lot of initiatives that are coming out with this budget as it relates to the BC housing market. And we'd be more than happy to answer anybody's questions that they may have on what's going on. Thanks for watching.